We're at the Bombardier factory in Derby. And this is a standard class vehicle of the new refreshed HST. And this is just about completed and is about to be signed off. It's going to go off at the end of the week. You probably see that the actual colours in this vehicle have a vast sort of difference to what you're already used to. And I think the overriding theme is this rubine red and the rich blue of both the two basic first corporate colours. What we've actually done is we've developed from these two colours through sort of a rich bluey greys, lilacs, darker greys as you get lower down. It all works together to sort of form a sort of rich palette which really emanates from the first group colours. The whole point about the train is to give it this sort of very modern sort of feeling, really, and we've been able to do that through the lighting but also the form of the train. The table also features the power sockets here that we've incorporated for passengers to use their laptop. I mean, the seats have been designed to be really ergonomically comfortable. And of course it's got this great fold down table, so you can, once you've got your laptop plugged in, you can lift up the lid, but of course it's got this extra support here which brings the laptop right close to you. One of the things that really was quite sort of fundamental from the start was to get this sort of wide, spacious feeling. I mean, you might say airline, but in fact I'd like to sort of say that actually train design is actually going to become more advanced than airline design. When you go into Starbucks, you get a kind of expectation of what you're going to get from the sort of the cafe experience that we all know and love these days. And when you go on a train, you get the opposite.
We really wanted to create an ambience for customers and something that drew people in from the carriages into the buffet area. So we took away a bulkhead from that end of the buffet, which opened it up so people could see through the carriages and actually look and see what's going on and hopefully be enticed through to come and look at some of the products and then actually take part in the service. And then we looked at the equipment we had on board and tried to define what we wanted to sell and what equipment we need to do it, because we're trying to draw people off the platform onto the trains to eat all the time. So you've got to give them a reason to do that. Part of that is the ambience, part of that is the product, and part of it's our staff who give them a great service when they get here. So what we've done is we've put in additional refrigerated display cabinets. We've got two full-length display cabinets, and we've also brought in a bean-to-cup coffee machine because, again, people are really into their coffee these days, and what we've wanted to do is bring in coffee which people enjoy to drink.
We were actually able to open up the space in a fantastic way by getting rid of a kind of huge great pillar with the help of the engineers. We came up with this theme where you take this single line that takes it right the way around from the ceiling, along the counter and around the corner and everything. So you've got this sort of single line which really just gives it a kind of very exciting, unique appearance.
This is a first class vehicle. Not quite finished, but nearly there. As you can see, the overall body colour is essentially the same as standard class. But the main thing that we've concentrated in first class is in the seating and table area. The feature really, the thing that really stands out is the leather seats. I mean, this is a first for UK trains. And, we're really excited about this. We spent a lot of time sort of developing the shape, getting the ergonomics right, but also the colour that we've developed here is quite different. This sort of slightly warm brown, this sort of taut feeling, which most of the seats are in this sort of colour. But every now and then there's this just petrol blue, just to sort of give it a little bit of variety, just something a little bit unpredictable. I think the exciting thing about this project is that it is a big project. I think it's, for First Group, it is a very significant project. I mean, what I like about it is that we have been able to take essentially a 30-year-old train that looks 30 years old and actually transform it into something that I think is entirely appropriate for now and hopefully a good few years into the future.